Hello. So, on the topic of speech anxiety, specifically during extemporaneous speech, where it's kind of on the fly, happening in real time with no real preparation beforehand, I have noticed that I do exhibit the behaviors associated with fight, flight, or freeze, and that like anxiety that was really touched on this week. Um, the vocal fillers are definitely one thing I've noticed across the board throughout my entire academic career. The just kind of hemming and hawing between words and pushing the points forward, but in a very like unprofessional way that really makes it sound kind of amateur. And it doesn't necessarily take away from the points, but it does make it sound a little less professional, business oriented, stuff like that. I don't exhibit a lot of the excess movements, and I think a lot of that has to do with my background in theater. And I do tend to blink a lot, though. I do tend to blink a lot more when I'm giving a speech, specifically during improvisation. So that's one of the big ones, and it kind of goes along with my lack of movement. So like for me, it was a really difficult time trying to link my ideas and my body at the same time, and not freeze or do like certain movements and awkward gestures that just kind of take away from like the point that I'm going to try to get across. I think that's especially more so even during like professional speeches, his professional talks. One of the ways that I think I've really tried to tackle these issues is by doing like a power pose, loose, very loose term on that, but more of like a posture fix. I'm most of the time kind of hunched over. Most people probably deal with, their posture and should stand a little bit straighter. Some people are really good about it. I'm unfortunately not one of those people. So it's a little bit more of a physical reassurance for me, kind of subconsciously. If I get in a good power position, like good posture, shoulders back, just out just a little bit, take a deep breath, just kind of get ready. That really helps me to stay focused and to kind of stay on my outline. So that's really the ways that I personally have experienced speech anxiety. It was worse in the beginning, and now it's not so bad, especially, just to the computer. But it doesn't take away from the things that we do to mask those things, the things that we do to try to hide those and convince ourselves that we can do a little better. So I think the power pose, honestly, that's one of the biggest ones, because other than that, just having the faith to be able to do it and kind of slowing your brain down, just trusting yourself that it'll be all right. That's one of those things that I kind of tell myself in my head. But overall, those are the two responses I have, and I thank you so much for listening.